back. Now let's turn our attention to the equities market now, as the market closed on a negative note. As NG's all-share index depreciated by 0.23% to close at 154.35 basis point, against 0.01% depreciation recorded on Monday. It year-to-date currently stand at 10.39%. That's the performance of the index from January to date. In the same light, market breadth closed negative as Niger Insurance PLC led other 15 gainers against 27 other losers, topped by Jais Bank at the end of Tuesday's trading section when compared to previous outlook. However, market turnover closed positive as volume moved up by 158.64 basis point against the previous session. Unity Bank, Guarantee and UBA were the most active to boost market turnover yesterday. Guarantee and Nestle were listed among the top market value. Unity Bank led the list of active stocks that recorded impressive volume spike at the end of Tuesday's trading section. So let's get talking now. Mr. Ambrose Omodian is a Chief Research Officer, Investigator Consulting Limited. He joins us now. Mr. Ambrose, thank you for joining us. Now you're live in the studio here. It's been some time, I must say, but it's good that we are having you now to look at some of the direction of the market, paving, looking at the direction and chart for the week. But let's quickly look at the activities yesterday. The losing streak continued on Tuesdays as investors lost about 58.35 billion naira. So give us your take on the activities yesterday.
Actually, if you look at the market yesterday, I'll say it's a pullback and a continuation of what we saw the past 4 trading days. And I would say what is the factor behind this kind of correction I'm seeing. It's a lot of investor concern over what is happening, in East Europe, and as becoming tense every day. Most investors are trying to play safe, but I would tell you that down here in Nigeria, our market is still very strong. But one thing again, investors should know that the market has 4 different phases. We have what we call the accumulation phase, the markup, and the distribution stage. I would tell you that the market is at the distribution stage as we speak now, moving to a decline stage, and that's why I say most of my further I will discuss that. If the market just cross down this 14,000 mark, that market have entered another decline stage. As we speak now, you can see market are kind of side trending for almost like 2 months before now.
Right.
After the shock rally we saw in January, even in February it was the missed one, but still close positive. But since March now, market has been on the red. If you look at March to date,
right.
But now that market is side trending, we see a pullback yesterday, and this pullback was as a result of one thing. When you see big cap stocks like Nestle, Zenith Bank, WAPCO losing, it's about to draw the market down, especially Nestle that lost yesterday. But the thing, most of the concern that we have that because we are seeing a spike in volume, and that volume also came from one bank, just one of the local stock bank, the Unity Bank that traded about 520.
Because I was going to ask you, if you look at the volume, was positive wide. If you look at the market breadth was negative. So how do you reconcile these two?
Yeah, it's all because if you look at that transaction, about 520 million share traded in Unity Bank, for me it's like a cross D, and that also shows that it is not the market full representative of what we saw yesterday.
Right.
Yeah. What matters is that if you look at the sectoral index, that gives you exactly what happened. All are in red. It tells you that most of the investors are exiting some of their position. For me, it's a good strategy for me, because one thing is that if you have made profit, take your profit first and work, because we say buy in deep. When the market is going down, you buy because it's price. But if you have not sold, what will you use to buy when the market comes to a support level? I think that most of our traders in the market, they are on applying strategy that is working. They know that it's time for them to sell off some position and come back when this market find after correcting, find a support level, they drop back, because we are still in any season between now and 31st of March. And that is the end of the full year result. And also, as from April, 1st of April, we're expecting first quarter of 2022 in the month of April. That means from now to end of April, April 30th, we're still expecting that any season will link out to that. But for me, investors do not take advantage of this pullback and jump into the board.
But are you saying, because at the start of your analysis you mentioned the impact of what is going on in East Europe and all of that, are we seeing a hit of that in the local bourse at the moment?
No, actually it's a reflection because people are already panicking. That's why I say, it's a panicky trading we're just saying now. But most country that is even closer to their market reported yesterday, or they had a missed market yesterday in the morning. You can see US market was up. It was during the evening that it dropped a little. Other markets around the world have a missed performance. Our own is just because they are still kind of analyzing the the risk associated with it. But I'm telling you, yes, because we are not kind of immune from it, but our market, our economy is still very, very intact. We are still maintaining a recovery and trend in economy. For me, that will support the company performance. And at the end of the day, at the end of this first quarter, we might see positive results, but nothing has changed so far. The only concern we are having here is that, yes, because of scarcity of fuel and insecurity, we might see kind of inch up in our inflation.
You talk about investors exiting or their position and all that. So what are some of the stocks investors are buying and selling right now? If you have to look at where investors should play and why some of them are exiting their position, some are also going in, like you said.
Yeah.
So what stocks should we look at? Perhaps you have to take us through some of those charts and direction.
Yeah, actually, if you look at the chart here now, I see I have an uptrend. The red line there is what we call the shortest moving average, which is a 7-day moving average. The blue line is the 20-day moving average. Coming down here, you can see this line. I said markets have started from here to here on a kind of a level or a flat movement before we saw a pullback here. And the pullback crossed both the 7-day moving average and 20 will tell that the market is entering the decline stage. While still the market remaining in the distribution stage for a while. For investors that are smart and as you say, traders, they're taking profit from those high cap stock or also those blue chip stock that they've made money. Especially that this company has good fundamental that pulling back will create an opportunity for them to buy low. And for me, also most of them are also going defensive because there are some stocks that I believe at this point that also provide them form of a coverage or call it safe haven where they can say, we are safe here, we can go here because of the nature of that company and also their earning performance for for periods of years that have supported their price. For that, this is what investors have been. And for me, our market is still in order, but once it crossed the 47,000 down, that's why I say we have entered real decline. And that decline is not to step panic for you, it's for you to hold your cash, to look at where the market find a bottom level or a support level.
But as it is now, we are still at the 47,000 mark.
Yeah, so,
But let's look quickly because of our time. Look at the gainers yesterday, specifically Niger Insurance bounced back from its losing streak yesterday, leading order 15 gainers on Tuesday against what was recorded on Monday. So what are some of the fundamental catalysts in the rally of Niger Insurance?
I will tell you that is purely market sentiment, and also I would advise investors at this time that let your stop loss guide you. Don't adjust your stop loss because of your own emotional trading pattern. No, this time remove emotion from your investment decision. Let your stop loss guide you. Don't adjust your stop loss because you want to accommodate either stock that is falling. You said that stock like Nigerian just rebounded yesterday. I will tell you there's no fundamentals for that stock as to speak now. I know that they have property all over the place. We agree, but as I speak now, what is their their earning position? Such companies having a negative shareholders fund already, then why am I panicking into it? For me, investors should be very careful when I'm investing in such company that the shareholders fund is declining rapidly. For me, you have to be very careful.
But how weak and strong is the position of the stock at the moment?
No, we can see that all the insurance stock are kind of investors patronage in the recent time because of their low cap price. You can go in and withdraw money. That is why you are seeing volume in those stock. But for me, you can't see institutional investor or PFAs investing in insurance company at this level. That 20 no, they go to insurance company that has no history and also have capacity to pay the dividend consistently. Right. But these ones are not paying dividend. For me, their price line is just market sentiment. For me, you have to be very careful in such stock. But if you're a smart man that trade with a chart, you know exactly what to jump in and want to jump out. That is why I said, if you're trading with chart, you don't need to buy either company has name or no name. What matters is that what is the the behavioral pattern or sentiment of investor in that particular stock. Gradually last sentiment, take your profit and come out. That is why don't set over target for yourself.
Quickly on the flip side, Jais Bank led about 27 losers for on Tuesday. at the end of the section. So it seems the share remains strong fundamentally. So where is this? Where is the direction here? And then quickly, you look at also the banking stock also dominated the most active stocks category to boost market turnover, namely about Unity Bank. You talk about Guaranty Trust Bank. You also have UBA in that category as well. So where is the direction for today as we try to wrap up?
Yeah, for Jais, as you just mentioned, it's purely profit taking. Jais has fundamental and they are consistent their dividend payments since they got listed on the exchange. For me, that is good. But as you mentioned, the banking stock, just add to it, banking sector is where we expect consistent dividend payout, which numbers that are really so far from that sector have reviewed that they can capacity of paying you dividend consistently. We saw the dividend that came from GTB, from Zenith Bank, from UBA, from well, expecting access to not to the market money for now. If it comes, going to add more momentum to the banking sector, depending what they are coming with. If assets can surprise with 1 naira or above 1 naira, market
quickly, direction for today. What is market likely to end? Let's wrap up.
Yeah, the market for 5 days have been on a downtrend. I see that that momentum will slow down. Might expect a mid trend possible and little update.